they're all like, Lord God, praying and pleading to God that we all live to make it, to see it through that day. So when I heard the shooter shooting, and I heard him shooting in another part of the club, I got up as quick as I could. I made it to the back fence. I jumped on a silver table. I jumped on that table, jumped over that wall, and I ran to the 7-Eleven. Once I made it to the 7-Eleven, I don't know whose car I jumped in. I jumped in their car, in the back seat of their car, and said, "Take me home."
Did you manage to see the attacker's face?
Yes, I did. He was as pure as day. I mean, black hat, just strange, weird, you know.
Police have described him as cool and collected. Is that something that you observed?
Yes. But then you can also tell that it was something not sitting well. It was something not right. Because the way he was just standing there, just looking at everyone. I'm a person, I'm very observant. I can never just stand in one spot at a club. You know, I walk around, I mingle. I talk with different people, those that I know, the strippers that I know that are there, the DJ that I know that plays there. You know, I mingle with people, so as I'm walking around, I'm mingling. So then I find myself standing in the back corner near the bar, having my drink, and then there's the shooting. Mm-hmm. When I got home and managed to actually calm down and simmer away, and I watched the news and seeing the shooter, I was like, wow. I was literally 15 feet from this person. Never could imagine that it would be someone standing among you, partying with you, would be someone to take 100 people out of a club. It's ridiculous.
Did he tell you guys anything?
He didn't say anything. He just started firing.
Was there more than one shooter or just one? You sure there was one?
Media says one thing, the club thing says another.
That's why we're asking you.
I'm not saying there was one shooter.
Okay.
I will say there was someone else because you heard too many shots. One man can't just shoot two guns. You know, he can, but, you know, sounding like that, you know, and then the pressure with the guns, that, you know, you have to, that's too much. It's not like you're Sylvester Stallone or something. So I do agree that there was another shooter. There was someone else in there killing as well as trying to, it was just a little too much.
And do you think he or they arrived before 2 o'clock? You said they were partying with you, or did they arrive when it was over with about?
They were there.
They were there?
They were there. When I stepped through the door of that club and I, you know, got ready to, did my mingling around and did my walking around, it was like just clear as day, standing at the bar.
And he didn't have guns or weapons of any kind that you could see on him at that point, obviously. So
I didn't know there were guns or weapons on that man until he pulled them out and started shooting.
How exactly did you manage to escape?
If anyone has ever seen the view of the club or has even been to the club, I was positioned this way, so my back was literally turned from the shooter. And once I heard, I crouched down, so my head is now facing a door that leads to the back patio where I can just jump over the wall. The next step would be jump over the wall. So I'm crouched on the ground, just there, laying there for about 5 minutes, playing dead. And as soon as I heard him go into another room, I then got up as fast as I could, and I just took off. No ifs, ands, or buts. I kicked a few people, stepped on a few people. I apologized, but I got out of there. I hopped that fence wall right there. That fence wall right over there.
Some people have said that the shooter pulled like a group of you onto the wall, like near the wall, and started shooting. Is that what you observed?
No, that is not what I observed. Okay. I'm not saying it's true, but it is not what I observed.
Okay.
Because there's actually, when you come in from where I was, there's a bathroom here. You leave that bathroom there, and there's another section of the club, and there are two bathrooms. There's two separate bathrooms there. There's the male bathroom, there's the female bathroom, there's the dressing room. He probably was in that section, pulling them into that section, because the main club section was trying to find a way out the door, out of the door, out of any door they could. Some, did manage to run in the bathroom and take fortress there, and unfortunately, those didn't make it out.
You have any idea how he got a gun that size inside of the club and you didn't see it? Or no one would see it? No idea?
It's puzzling to me.
Yeah.
Because how I'm thinking is with the, coat that he had on, and he had tucked in his back. So I'm like, thinking of it that way, that he had it tucked in his back, or it still does. Big gun, little gun. You made it in with 3 of them. How?
You remember him. You remember his face. Do you remember what he was wearing, what he was looking like, what he was doing?
Not clearly. I would remember what he was wearing. I do remember that hat. Clearly what he was wearing, I would know. He was wearing a hat? But he was wearing a hat. And he was standing there. I don't know if he had a motive or anything, but he was just standing there.
You said people were like talking next to you on the floor. What were they saying?
My God, is this, why is this happening? What's going on? And, many different questions, many different concerns, people didn't know what to do.
How long did you have to play dead?
About 5 minutes. And for about 5 minutes that I'm hearing gunshots, I'm hearing people get shot, I'm hearing people scream for their lives. It's hectic.
And was he saying anything?
Not to my knowledge. I wouldn't know if he said anything.
Did you lose friends personally, or
Yes.
injured?
Yes, I lost 2 friends due to this, and 20 others that I knew, and 100 so more that are dead, half are in the hospital, and millions of people, which is why I'm standing here talking to a group of you, because so many of people are affected. It's just not the ones that are dead and injured. It's billions and millions of people, including myself, who are affected by all of this. How can you live from this? How can you make it from all of this? What do you do? What do you turn? When you walk out your door, what do you do? When you're in your car, what do you do? When you're in the store, what do you do? You wouldn't know, because you don't know who's dangerous, you don't know who's crazy, you don't know who has a motive. People don't put out their motives, they just do.
What's the lasting image of the gunman that you carry with you?
That face. That face and how he was just looking at us. He was looking at us like we were nothing, like we were pathetic, like we just meant nothing.
And was that a vibe that you took as violent?
That's a strong vibe, I feel, because I feel vibes with people. I feel different types of things with people. So that's the kind of vibe I felt, that it was just not his comfort.
What's your name again?
My name is Mark.
Marcus, last name?
Got it.
G-O-D-D-A-R-D?
G-O-D-D-E-N.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Would you be able to tell us which friends you lost, the names? Is that possible? I'm very sorry.
Bryson. Shane. So many people. So many people. Even the ones I didn't know. I feel terrible for them. I feel terrible for the families. Terrible for their families and their personal friends who really actually knew them, hung out with them. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for the LGBT community. It's turmoil. We're living in fear now. And it is crazy that we have to live like this, being in fear, when it doesn't have to be like that. For one person to come 120 miles to assassinate nearly a whole club of people, that is careless, that's senseless, and I pray to God that hell is not bad enough for him.
Did you talk to anyone who was in the bathroom held hostage with him?
I did not talk to anyone that was held in the bathroom. I didn't talk to, pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
As far as Bryson, as he was texting his mother, I was not even 2 feet from him. And that's crazy. That, you know, someone that you did socialize with, you know, you were fellowshipping with not too long ago, is in a bathroom, texting his mom, holding on to his life, and now his life is no longer here.
那些声音撞车了。
怎么办？
I thought I was gonna make it when I heard the first shot. When the first shot went off, I was like, my God. When the second shot went off, I was like, my God. After 50 or more so numerous of shots, I was like, Jesus, how am I gonna make it out of here?
But you saw him pull those guns out?
Yes.
And what did he do? I mean,
He just
explain that.
started shooting. He just started shooting wherever he could. He just started shooting, just shooting.
What kind of personality did he have? Was he calm? Was he?
Personally, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all talking about him really is making me upset because he's a disgrace to me. His soul, his body, it's a disgrace to me. May Lord have mercy on his soul, but it's a disgrace to me. Him, his actions, everything he did, it's a total disgrace.
You said you've been to Pulse a lot. What did Pulse mean to you and the LGBT community?
Pulse meant a lot to me. I met, God rest her soul, I met Big Ange at that club. Milan, Miles, so many other celebrities, 69 Boys. I was getting ready to see Mama D from Love and Hip Hop. Yin Yang Twins. I ain't heard of Yin Yang Twins in so long. I was ready, hyped up for them. And now it doesn't change my perception, but it still scares me that the club I felt comfortable partying with amongst my LGBT family members is now under turmoil. It's sad.
Thank you, Marcus.